Creating daily supplier declarations. In this video, we will show you how to create the daily attestations required in the iVetted system. The previous video demonstrated how to add products, register vets, add colleagues, and produce a monthly attestation. Now, we are going to focus on daily attestations. Let's explore what this involves. When we click on Attestations, you can see at the top of the page Monthly Support Health Attestations. Here, you can type the product name and see its status, whether it's approved, whether it's Jeff's or non-Jeff's, and the dates when they were produced. This helps you manage multiple products and track the monthly attestations you have produced in the past. As you can see below, we have daily attestations, which will be the focus of this video. The daily attestation is a commercial document or manifest that the iVetted system will generate based on the monthly attestations. It needs to be produced only when products are being sent to the export depot, not on the date when they are being exported. At the export depot, especially for frozen products, items may be sent several months in advance. Therefore, the critical date is when they are sent to those export depots, particularly those with cold storage operations. Let's create a daily attestation. We are going to pick 3 products as an example that the customer has requested us to supply to their export depot for either cross-dock operations or products that will be exported in the future from their depot. The first step is to click on New Daily Attestation. We enter the delivery date. For this example, we'll use tomorrow's date. We also need to input an invoice number, purchase order number, or delivery number that the retailer has provided for the order. We'll just pick one randomly for this demonstration. Next, we click on Select Product Attestations. This will display all the monthly product attestations in your portfolio. We can select the products required. For example, we'll choose Test Composite. We also have an order for dairy-flavoured products, so we can type flavour in the search bar, and we find flavour 1 and flavour 2. We select both flavour 1 and flavour 2. You can search using product codes, EAN numbers, or product names, which helps you find the products you need to include in the daily attestation. So, we are sending 3 products that have supporting attestations: a Test Composite product, Flavour 1 dairy product, and Flavour 2 dairy product. If you change your mind, you can press the minus to delete a product. If you need to add an additional product you forgot, you can click the appropriate button to change your selection. After selecting the products, we ensure we have entered the delivery date to the export depot and the PO, invoice, or delivery number that the customer has provided. We then click Continue. The first product is our Test Composite product. The system displays the unique document reference number, which you will recognize. On the supporting attestation, we stated that the likely batches would be produced between November 15th and November 29th. In this case, the product we're sending is from batches produced on November 20th, 2024, and November 23rd, 2024, these will be the batch numbers on the actual product. When the vet performs the inspection at the export depot, they will specifically look for these 2 dates which are stated in your supporting attestation. The vet will compare the best before or use by dates on the product with those on your monthly attestation. For this order, the customer has requested 10 cases, with a total net weight of 40 kilograms and a gross weight of 50 kilograms. This product contains meat. On the monthly attestations, you state all the possible slaughterhouses due to your stable supply chain that you might source from. In this case, the 2 batches in question only used poultry meat from 1 slaughterhouse. For the dairy product component that this composite product has, we can select the dairy establishment. This shows what's available based on your monthly attestations. Since this particular product contains poultry, we need to provide the date of slaughter. The poultry was slaughtered last month, on October 30th. We also need to provide the postcode of the farm it came from, as the vet needs to check for avian influenza. This feature may be removed in the future depending on the disease status. We enter the postcode, let's say B53CD, and add another one if necessary. The vet will have the information on the date of slaughter and the farm postcodes to check for any avian influenza affected areas. The product did not go to a cutting plant because processing was all on the same premises. That's the composite product completed. It provides all the information about the net weights, gross weights, the number of products being sent, and what the vet needs to look for on the product batches. The vet can then perform their checks to ensure there are no avian influenza affected areas. Next, we have a dairy product, Flavor 1. This product was produced on November 13th. Again, we are sending one pallet containing 4 units. The net weight is 4 kilograms, and the gross weight is slightly higher due to packaging. Since this product is dairy, slaughterhouse information is not required. The product we're sending is from batches produced on November 16th, 2024 and November 17th, 2024. Finally, we have dairy product, Flavor 2. The batch number for this product uses a Julian code. For example, we'll enter 24322. You can enter several batch numbers if needed, matching whatever is on the product. For this pallet, we have 2 units, and the gross weight will be a bit more due to additional packaging involved. For dairy establishments, if you've used a range of different establishments, you would need to list them. However, typically, many dairy products come from one establishment, so that's all you would need to provide. We then click Continue, and this will produce a declaration for us using the digital signature system that you use for your monthly attestations. I want to mention that in terms of who can produce this, it can be the signer and the data administrators, anyone in your manufacturing establishment who has access to produce this required document. Let's give the system a moment to generate the declaration. Once it's ready, you can review all the information we've already populated. Slaughterhouse details, use by dates, batch names, and so on. There is a statement confirming that there has been no change and that the products comply fully with the monthly supporting attestations you have produced. If there is a significant change, you must inform the certifying officer and the registered vet, as it would render the attestation null and void. To sign the declaration, you can use various methods: uploading a signature, typing it, or using other options provided by the system. Once signed, the document will be generated and saved in the system. Once you're satisfied, you can click Complete. The system will confirm the attestation has been produced. Now let's return to the attestations page. Here, you can see the document that has been produced. It includes the 3 items we selected and the tracking number, which helps us know which products are being sent to the export depot. You can filter the attestations by delivery date, batch number, or the purchase order number to view your historic documents. When you click on the three dots next to an attestation, you have three options: View Details, View Signed PDF Declaration, and Clone. I'll talk about the clone feature a little later. If you click View Details, you can see all the information on the website, similar to what we've just reviewed, including the signed declaration. If you select See Signed PDF Declaration, it will open the PDF of the declaration you've signed. You can review it to make sure everything is correct. Returning to the attestations page, I mentioned that we have a button called Clone. If we are sending the same products every day or every week, and they are exactly the same, except for variations in batch numbers, you don't have to go through the entire process of entering all the information again. We'll click on the Clone button for the attestation we just produced. This brings up the same three products we selected earlier. This time, the purchase order number is different, and the delivery date will be on Sunday, for example. So, the retailer has ordered exactly the same products again. If you want to add or remove a product, you can click Change Selection and adjust your choices accordingly. We click Continue, and the products are the same as in the previous daily attestation. You can change any details if necessary by clicking on the relevant fields. The only changes we've made are the delivery date and the purchase order number. The products are the same as in the previous order. We then click Continue, and the system will produce the daily attestation for us to confirm. We go through the signing process again. Click the green button to proceed before clicking Complete. Sign it off using your preferred method, and the system will generate the document. Remember, the key feature is that you require the date when the products are going to the export depot, not the date of export. Some products may be kept at export depots for a period, depending on how the customer orders them, so it's important to get that date correct. Once done, you can review the attestation by clicking on it. You can see that we've produced a new daily attestation with the updated delivery date and purchase order number, but the products are exactly the same. This demonstrates how the clone feature can save you time when dealing with repetitive orders. It's important to note that these daily attestations only need to be produced for Jeff's products. For non-Jeff's products, this is not a requirement.